Hello and welcome to Dragnet Live from OTRGold.com. I'm your host, Austin Bach. Thank you for being here. If this is your first stream, we're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. Pacific, listening to one episode of Dragnet until we have listened to all episodes available. Let me do this right here. Let me highlight this one. I've seen this question come in at the end of several things, but I haven't addressed it. What about Wednesday night streams? Other than these Dragnet streams, kind of everything's on hold till I can get my channel back in order. That's the long and short of it. So as I shared before, once we finish these streams and I can reapply for just like memberships, monetization, and all the other stuff that comes with the partner program, I'm going to do that. And I'm also trying to figure out if I get re-added to the program, when do we do our regular streams? Because I started these 3-day-a-week streams when I didn't have a job. Now I have a job, and it's often conflicting. So I'm trying to find if I get readmitted to the partner program, I might start doing them in the evenings. So I don't know. But what happened to those? They're on hold. That's the short of it. Okay. Shout out to everybody in chat. We got Life with Roscoe, as you saw. Dragnet. Dragnet. I was looking at your comment, Nell, and I saw Dragnet Tears, and I said Dragnet. Nell, Life with Roscoe, Film Noir Buff, Chris, welcome. Okay. And as I was mentioning, we're here typically every Wednesday at 7 a.m. listening to one episode until we've listened to all 310. Today, we're on episode 293. Also, I've been saying 310 for a long time. That doesn't mean we stop at episode 310, because there was a gap of some of the early episodes. If you look, we started on episode 2, and then I think there was a gap in like the teens. So we go beyond episode 310, but there were 310 total episodes that I have. So I think the last one's in like 340 or something. But towards the end, we also have big gaps in available episodes. Just FYI. So we have more than 17 to go, is what I'm saying. Okay. So in today's episode, we're a detective sergeant assigned to homicide detail. A man has been shot in a cheap hotel in the downtown area. There's no apparent motive for the attack, no lead to the identity of the assailant, and our job is to find him. Today's episode originally aired March 29th, 1955. And I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to go on mute. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to start this episode. While I'm pulling that up, drop in chat what you're planning to do this weekend. I think I shared on Monday that I ordered a milkshake machine. It's supposed to show up today. And then I also ordered milkshake glasses, like vintage, milkshake glasses, or vintage inspired. They really haven't changed design since they were invented, but those are supposed to arrive on Tuesday. So my first milkshake will be maybe out of a paper cup or something. Who knows? Chris says, fresh out of the dentist chair. Time for breakfast. Note of caution. Don't try drinking orange juice right away. That might not work out well for you. Cool. I'm going on mute, share my screen, and we'll get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to hear is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to homicide detail. A man has been shot in a cheap hotel in the downtown area. There's no apparent motive for the attack. No lead to the identity of the assailant. Your job? Find him.
documented drama of an actual crime. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case transcribed from official police files. From beginning to end, from crime to punishment, Dragnet is the story of your police force in action.
It was Tuesday, January 11th. It was cold in Los Angeles. We were working the day watch out of homicide detail. My partner's Frank Smith. The boss is Captain Lorman. My name's Friday. I was on my way into the office, and it was 5:26 a.m. when I got to room 42. Homicide.
Yeah. We just got the call, Skipper. Oh, he's on the way in. That's right. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, here he is now. Uh-huh. No, I haven't called him yet. Well, I didn't say anything. Okay, we'll keep in touch with him. Right. Bye.
What do you got, anything?
Yeah, shooting over on 5th. As soon as I check the crime lab, we can roll on it.
Who's the victim?
Guy named Arthur McNeil. WMA, 62 years.
Did you say anything?
No, he ran out.
Huh?
6 bullets in his head.
The Garnet Hotel was located on 5th Street between Turner and Banning. It was an old, run-down building. A wooden sign over the entrance advertised rooms, 75 cents per night, weekly rates available. Frank and I climbed one flight of wooden stairs that led to the lobby. By the time we'd gotten there, 2 black and white cars had arrived, and the uniformed officers were attempting to restore some sort of order in the place. We talked with them briefly, and then we met Mr. Ted Brendel, the night clerk who'd placed the original call.
I know what's going on, I tell you. No reason for you to try to hide nothing. I ain't mixed up in it.
We didn't say you were.
What?
I say we didn't say you were involved. We just want to find out what happened here.
Oh, come on into office. Can't hear a word you're saying. Come on. Come on, talk in the office. Now then, fella can hear yourself talk. Sit down.
Thank you.
Just throw the clothes on the floor, toss them down, and take a seat.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now about the shooting.
I was just finishing up, and all of a sudden I hear these noises, like pow, pow. Loud, sharp.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure what they was at first. A lot of noise around here all the time. People falling out of bed, bottles breaking, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was loud enough, though. I figured I ought to take a look, so I went upstairs.
Yeah.
A couple other people were out in the halls trying to find out what the hullabaloo was all about. Wasn't anything to let anybody know.
Yes, sir.
Then I come to Mr. McNeil's room, 319, on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Door was open, wide. I looked in, there he was.
McNeil?
Yes, sir, laying right on the floor. Just kind of sprawled around like he was just dropped there.
Yeah.
I called to him. He yelled. Light wasn't on the room, couldn't see too good, didn't know right off, then I went in.
Yes, sir.
Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Called the cops, told them there was a killing, said for him to come right then.
Did you go in the room at all?
Well, just to look at Mr. McNeil. As soon as I saw what happened, I turned around, run to the phone, called the cops.
What can you tell us about this McNeil?
Oh, not much to say. Quiet, didn't cause no trouble, didn't drink, paid his rent on time.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any relatives in town that you know of?
Didn't hear him say nothing.
Is there anything else you might tell us about him?
No, nothing right off.
All right, thank you.
You going up to see the room now?
That's right.
Sure don't make much sense.
What's that?
Why anybody do it? Plain little guy. Nothing about him make him stand out, take any notice.
Mm-hmm.
Mind his own business. Got along with all the guests. Wasn't anybody paid any attention to him.
You got it wrong.
What?
Somebody did. 6:12 a.m. The crew from the crime lab arrived and began their investigation of the murder room. The canvass of the area was started in an attempt to find somebody who might have seen the killer. Frank and I went up to room 319. The appearance of the room indicated that there'd been a struggle before McNeil was killed. Clothing was scattered around the floor, tables were overturned. The bedding had been ripped from the bed and then torn apart. Pictures had been removed from the wall. Books were scattered all around the place. The drawers from the small desk and the bureau had been ransacked. Papers had been thrown around. While Lieutenant Lee Jones continued his investigation, Frank and I talked with the night clerk, Ted Brendel.
Do you know if McNeil carried large sums of money?
Huh?
Did McNeil carry much money with him, would you know?
Don't know as I can answer that. He never did flash any of it around. Guess he had enough to live on, though. Told you before he always paid his rent on time.
Yeah.
Do you have any close friends you know of?
Only met one.
Who was that?
Girl.
You know her name?
Well, ain't exactly a girl either. Guess she's around 50. A couple of times McNeil took her out to a movie or something. They came in, he went upstairs, changed his clothes, and her and me, we talked.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he saw something kind of interesting in her. Myself, I couldn't, though. Kind of dumpy, you know?
Hmm.
Seemed to like her, though. A couple other times he talked about her, said how she was so nice, she seemed to understand him.
How about her name?
Let me think for a minute. Clara. Yeah, it seemed like that was it. Clara.
You know where we can get in touch with her?
Well, the way I remember, she lived in a hotel down the street near 6th.
Do you know the name of the place?
Eldridge, I think it was. Not real sure. If you ask down there, they ought to be able to tell you, though. Name's Claire or something.
Wonder if we could use your phone.
Sure, in the lobby downstairs.
I'll call him.
All right.
Hey, you gotta have a dime. It's a payphone.
Yes, sir.
Gee, they sure made a mess.
Did McNeil get much mail while he was here?
No, a couple of letters.
You know who they were from?
Some law company here in town. Must have been good. You know how they have the name printed up in the corner of the envelope?
Yeah.
Embossed. Must cost them something.
You remember the name?
No, can't get a picture.
Did McNeil drive a car?
Used to take a streetcar to work. Know that because he used to talk about the people he met. He got real sore when it rained. Told me he couldn't stand the smell of wet wool. Said there ought to be a law that nobody could wear wool clothes when it rained.
Yeah.
He was a funny little guy. Got real definite ideas about things.
That so?
Oh, yeah. Made up his mind and stuck to it. Like the envelope.
Well, what's that?
The envelope he had a couple of days ago. Wanted to put it in the hotel safe. Told him he didn't have one, just got the steel boxes. You know, one for each room in case the guests want to check something.
Yeah.
And we got those. And when he found out, he decided to keep the envelope himself.
He tell you what was in it?
No, just acted kind of mysterious, like it had something real valuable inside. When he found out there wasn't safe, he told me he'd keep it with him.
But he didn't give you any idea what was in the envelope?
No, just plain white, little, like you mail a letter in.
Yeah.
How about it? Did you find a woman?
Yes, sir. See you in a minute, Joe.
Yeah. Want to excuse us?
Sure.
What do you got?
Well, I checked the hotel. The woman's name is Clara Fabian.
Yeah.
She checked out 30 minutes ago.
Say where she's going?
No, clerk said she was pretty upset.
Yeah.
Said something about a death in the family.
Frank and I went over to the Eldridge Hotel. We talked to the manager, and he told us that the Fabian woman had left hurriedly. We checked her room, but we found nothing to indicate where she might have gone. We called the office and had the name run through R&I. We found she had a record listing several drunk arrests and 2 convictions on bunco charges. Her picture was pulled and shown to Ted Brendel. He identified her as McNeil's friend. From her package, we obtained the name of a sister living in the Los Angeles area. 7:21 a.m., Frank and I drove out to talk to her. At first, she refused to tell us anything, but after questioning, she admitted that she'd heard from Clara Fabian that morning. She'd called to say that she was checking into a hotel on South Spring Street. When we got to the place, the desk clerk told us we'd find her in the coffee shop.
I guess that's her.
Yeah, matches the description.
Yeah.
Clara Fabian?
Yeah. What do you want?
Police officers would like to talk to you.
I want nothing to do with no cops.
This is my partner, Frank Smith. My name's Friday.
I told you, I don't want to talk to you. Go away.
Afraid we can't do that.
Why? Some kind of law? Don't know what you're after, but I ain't going to help you. And my fill of guys like you all the time giving me nothing but trouble. I'm clean. Don't owe nobody nothing. Now leave me alone.
You know a man named Arthur McNeil?
I'm going to get out of here.
All right, Miss Fabian. If you don't want to talk here, we'll go downtown.
What about McNeil?
You know him.
Yeah,
When'd you see him last?
about midnight.
Where?
We had dinner. A couple of drinks. I drove him home.
How well you know him?
He wants to get married
Do you know where he worked?
at his own place. Some kind of chemicals.
Can you give us the address?
What are all the questions about? Something wrong?
Police matter.
Why don't you tell me what this is about? Questions you're asking. For all I know, I might be saying the wrong
Well, if you
thing.
tell us the truth, you won't be saying the wrong thing. will
Well,
you?
I got your word on that. What's the matter? Something happened to Arthur?
Yeah,
What?
he had an accident.
Where? Down at the chemistry place?
No, at his hotel.
What did he do? Fall down the stairs?
No.
Wouldn't be surprised the way he lushed up last night. Boy, I never saw him so
Is
loaded.
that so?
Yeah. A couple of drinks and he's on his way to outer space. Only takes 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
He had more than that when I met him. Some kind of a celebration.
What for?
Hmm?
What was he celebrating?
Some kind of an invention he was working on. Told me it'd taken him over 5 years, but he did it. Said we'd be on the easy street. Big pictures about the money pouring in, all we could use.
Yeah.
That's what caused the fight.
Mm-hmm.
You see, all the time we've been going together, he's been giving me that line about lots of money. How he was going to make this invention and be a millionaire all the time, talking like that.
Yeah.
One look at him and you know it was all in his head, nothing to it. I told him to stop it. Told him 100 times, didn't do any good. Finally blew up. I couldn't take no more.
This was last night, huh?
Yeah. We had dinner and he showed me an envelope. Said it was the invention in it. Big deal. He was going to be rich. Went on and on about it. I tell you, I think he was a little cracked. Wanted to drive to Vegas right then, get married. 10:30, and he wanted to leave then.
Is that right?
I told him he was off the beat. I said it right to his face.
Mm-hmm.
Made him mad. Real sore. I think a lot of it was the booze. You know, courage. He can't handle drinking at all.
Yeah.
Told me that if I didn't go with him right then, we'd call the whole thing off, stop seeing each other.
Mm-hmm.
I told him it was all right with me. Never meant to get married anyway. It's something to do to pass the time. I wouldn't have really got married.
What happened then?
I took him home. Dropped him at the hotel.
Where'd you go then?
Back to my place, got ready for bed. Guess it was about 11 when he called, real mad. Carried on, yelled and screamed and said I'd be sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I couldn't take it anymore, and I hung up right while he was talking. A couple of minutes later, he called back. I wouldn't answer the phone, and then when it stopped ringing, I told the boy at the desk not to ring my room anymore.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me at first, and then I got to thinking about it. A little crackpot. I tried to do something, so I decided to get out.
That's why you left the hotel.
Yeah, the way he was lushed up, things he said, no way of knowing if he was going to cause any trouble. All I knew was that I didn't want no part of it.
Yeah.
This accident. Something serious?
Yeah, that's right.
In the hospital?
No.
How bad's he hurt?
As bad as you can get.
This isn't a joke, is it?
No, it's no joke.
If it is, I don't think it's very funny.
It's no joke, lady.
He dead?
That's right.
He do it himself?
Looks like he had some help.
Poor little guy. It's kind of funny to think about it now. I used to figure he was cute, the way he was always bringing me presents. Oh, not big, you know, but like a bunch of flowers or a book, little things.
Mm-hmm.
Funny to think about it. I can hardly imagine him being dead, poor little guy. You know who did it?
Not yet, no.
We hope you might be able to help us.
Why me?
Nobody seems to know much about him. You can't find any close friends. Nobody'd want to see him dead.
He never talked about anybody to me.
You ever mention a lawyer to you?
No.
Can you give us any idea where he worked?
Well, you mean the chemistry place?
If that's the place, yeah.
Uh-uh. Never said exactly. I think it was some kind of store, though, with the windows painted. He talked about the invention, said he had all the stuff to make it with, but he never told me where it was.
All right. Anything else you can tell us about him?
No, nothing.
All right, thanks, Miss Fabian,
For what?
for what you have been able to tell us.
It don't seem like it's going to be any help. Are you sure this ain't some kind of a joke?
No, ma'am.
And he's really dead?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, poor little guy.
Well, if you think of anything, we'd appreciate a call. We'll leave you one of our cards.
Oh, thanks. I remember something, I'll sure let you know.
All right.
Can you tell me how it happened?
He was shot.
Oh, maybe it was an accident, you know. Whoever did it didn't mean to.
No, that's not likely.
Maybe. You've heard where a gun goes off, somebody killed. All the time you read about in the papers. Gun goes off accidentally.
No, not 6 times. Frank and I went back to the office. We called the crime lab and talked with Lieutenant Lee Jones. He told us that they'd been unable to find anything we could use at the scene of the killing. He said that the victim had been shot with a .38 caliber revolver. In going over the room, his crew had found several items of value. In light of this, there was the possibility that the motive for the killing was not robbery, as we'd thought before. Lieutenant Jones said that the coroner had called, and he'd said that he'd found over $100 in cash on the body of the victim, also a wristwatch and an expensive ring. In one of the pockets of the coat McNeil was wearing, the crew from the crime lab had found an address book. Jones said he was sending it over to us. The canvass of the area had netted us nothing. None of the people in the immediate vicinity had seen anything out of the ordinary at the time of the killing. We contacted the stats office and asked them to make a run on the method of operation. Until we could come up with a motive for the slaying, there was little we could do to apprehend the killer. Additional men had been sent out from the office to interrogate the other people in the hotel. They reported that they'd found nothing to aid us. 10:47 a.m.
Well, we're sure building zeros.
We sure are. There's not much to go on.
Nothing.
I got it. Homicide, Friday. Yes, sir. That's right. Well, how'd you hear about it? Yeah. Yes, sir, we would. What's that? All right. As soon as we can get there. Yes, sir. Goodbye. Might have a break, maybe. Man says he's McNeil's lawyer.
What's he got?
First step.
Huh?
The reason McNeil was killed. Frank and I left the city hall and drove over to the address I'd been given on the phone. After a few minutes' wait, we were shown into George Casper's office. We identified ourselves, and he asked us to sit down.
Terrible thing to have happen.
Yes, sir?
I heard about it on the car radio this morning while I was coming to work.
You're Mr. McNeil's attorney, are you?
Yes, have been for over 10 years.
Mm-hmm. On the phone, you said that you knew why he was killed.
That's right. I feel a little silly about it now that you're here. It all seems pretty melodramatic.
Like, tell us about it?
It's McNeil's formula.
What, sir?
For the past 8 years, McNeil's been working on a new type of explosive for commercial use.
I see.
It's supposed to have a lot of advantages. Easy to carry, minimizes the danger of accidental firing. The way he painted it, it'd answer a lot of problems in building.
Mm-hmm.
He called me the day before yesterday. He said it was finished. They'd completed the final laboratory experiments.
Yeah.
Went on about how it was going to make a fortune for him.
Mm-hmm. Had he talked to anyone about it?
I'm not sure, but knowing McNeil, I imagine he did.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, these experiments got to be an obsession with him, about the only thing that mattered. A couple of times when we were out someplace, he'd have a few drinks and start talking about the explosive, loud enough for anyone near him to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Do you know where he worked?
Yes, small place out in the valley. I can give you the address if you want it.
Yes, sir, we'd appreciate that.
Have you any idea who might have killed him?
No, sir, we're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anybody he was close to?
You mean socially?
That or in business?
No, can't think of anyone. There was a girl. He spoke several times of marrying her. Sorry, but I can't tell you any more than that. I don't know her name.
All right, fine, Mr. Casper.
Does he have any relatives here in town?
No, he made a will several months ago. Left everything to one of the industrial schools. Not much. Lab equipment, a few books.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you can tell us about?
No, I'm afraid not. Most of the time he's pretty quiet. Kept to himself. Once in a while he'd go on a bender, might last a couple of days. When he was on one of those drinking bouts, he'd get in some kind of trouble. Loud talk, something like that. Nothing serious.
All right, sir. If you'll give us that address, we won't take up any more of your time.
Yes, of course. You can understand why I felt a little silly about calling you.
What's that, sir?
Explosives, spies. Sounds like something in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't imagine there's anything to it, though. As far as I know, McNeil might not even have finished the formula. Might have been just another of his stories.
Yeah, that's right.
He was always telling whoppers. I guess a psychiatrist would say he was trying to find some way of justifying himself.
Is that right?
Seemed to be a big thing with him, to find a way of making himself heard about.
Well, kind of looks like he found it. Frank and I went back to the office and met with Captain Lorman. We discussed the possibility of McNeil being killed by somebody who wanted the chemical formula. Because of the potential value of the explosive, federal authorities were notified, and they sent a team of men out to aid in the investigation. The next morning, Wednesday, January 12th, we picked up a list of similar crimes from the stats office. In checking out the victims, we got the same description of the thief from each one of them. They all described him as a white male American, 32 years, 165 pounds. In each case, the thief had followed the victims and attacked them as they entered their homes. The last robbery had taken place 3 weeks before on December 23rd. During the commission of the crime, the victim had been wounded. The bullet had been removed and held at the crime lab as evidence. 8:02 a.m. Frank and I put in a call to Lieutenant Jones. 8:26 a.m. Might be late.
Yeah.
I get it. Homicide Friday. Yeah, Lee. You check him? How about it? Yeah, sure is. Yeah. Now all we got to do is to make it do some good. All right. Thank you, Lee. Bye.
What's he got?
Well, he checked the bullet from the last robbery against the ones that killed McNeil.
Yeah.
Same gun. Additional local broadcasts and APBs were gotten out carrying the description of the holdup man. Victims were asked to come to the city hall and recheck the mug books in the hope that they might be able to identify him. A check of McNeil's workshop failed to disclose any evidence that he'd been working on an explosive. A week went by without any new developments. Thursday, January 20th, Frank and I got back to the squad room.
Well, sure looked for a while like it was going to go.
Yeah, I did. I got it. Homicide Friday. Yeah, Jim. Mm-hmm. When? Might be. Right. Right now. Right. Jim Austin, robbery. They just got back from a call out in Westwood.
Yeah.
Thief fits our description pretty good. Austin thinks it might be the same guy.
They get him?
No, something just as good.
What do you mean?
He dropped the hotel key. Frank and I went over to room 27A and we met with Sergeant Jim Austin. He gave us the details of the robbery. From the way the holdup man operated and the description given by the victim, he was the man we were looking for. In getting away from the scene, he dropped a key to a downtown hotel room. We checked the address in the phone book and then we left the city hall. It was a small place on South 4th Street. We identified ourselves to the manager and told him why we were there.
Yes, it's one of our keys.
Can you tell us who has the room?
Yes, Ralph Otley.
What's this Otley look like?
Oh, he's a nice young fella, blonde. Guess he's about 30 years old.
How long has he been here?
You mean regular?
That's right.
About 5 months. A couple of times before that for a couple of months. He came back, though.
Is he in now?
No, I haven't seen him since this morning. Left about 7:30.
Does he have a job?
Well, he never told me nothing about it.
What's he do for a living?
Well, I guess you'd say he was kind of a promoter.
What do you mean?
Well, he goes around trying to line things up, figures some way to make a killing. He hit it pretty good on a deal last year, and he's been living on the money since then, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to talk to him about?
Police business.
Not in trouble, is he?
We better talk to him about that.
Well, look, if he's done anything wrong, the hotel didn't know a thing about it. He paid his rent. He didn't cause any trouble here. Now, we didn't have any part in it.
Well, don't worry about it. Wonder if we could see his room.
You mean go through it?
We'd like to take a look at it, yeah.
Well, I guess it's all right. You being cops, sure, I'll give you the key.
You better come with us.
Well, I ain't going to tell him nothing. He comes in while you're upstairs. I won't tell him anything.
No, sir, that's not the idea. We'd like you to be in the room when we check it.
Oh, well, sure. Okay, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
You really figure that there's something wrong with this Otley, huh?
Well, we're not sure.
You know, come to think about it, there could be.
Why say that?
Just because the way he lives, he'd had to make a lot of money to live the way he does. Fella makes that much. He usually tells everybody how he did it. You know, show how smart he is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Otley never says anything, just that he made it, not how. He wouldn't let anybody in on a good thing.
Well, maybe he's got a reason.
Hmm?
It's not such a good thing. In the company of the manager, Frank and I checked the suspect's room. In one of the bureau drawers, we found a box of shells for a .38 pistol. There were also several items that had been listed as stolen in previous robberies. We returned to the lobby of the hotel and we waited for Otley to come in. 4:30 p.m., 5:30, 5:45.
Joe.
Yeah.
I said,
Hello, Mr. Otley.
I lost my key someplace. You got another one?
Yes, sure, I have.
Might have left it in the room. I'll check.
Sure.
Now, let's go.
Yeah.
Any calls for me today?
No, sir, no calls.
Stand still, Otley. Police officers.
Hey, what are you doing?
Don't turn around.
I'll shake. Yeah. 38 revolver.
Hey, what's this all about? I haven't done anything.
Get your hands back of it.
Hold still.
You know you got the wrong guy.
You keep telling us that.
Taking me in for robbery, huh?
That's one of them.
What do you mean?
We're booking you for suspicion of murder.
Robbery, that's all you got me for. I'm not going to stand no killing beef.
You keep believing it.
I will. You're going to tag me with anything more than a 211.
No, let's go.
Grab him, Frank. Wait a minute. Hold it up, Otley, or I'll shoot.
Why did you kill me, cop? Why?
You're lucky.
That's all you know. I'd have been better off, a lot better. You should have killed me.
All right, come on. We'll take you down to George Street Hospital.
I didn't mean to shoot the old man.
Is that so?
Yeah, he wouldn't give me the money. He kept saying he didn't have any.
Yeah.
I heard him talking about how he was loaded. He could have just given it to me. No trouble if he'd just given me the money.
All right, settle down. You're not hurt bad.
Well, he started yelling. I had to shoot him. I had to. It wasn't any other way. You should have killed me. That's why he took off, so you'd kill me. I wish you had a...
Well, don't worry about it.
Huh?
Maybe it'll turn out that way.
The story you've just heard is true. The names were changed to protect the innocent.
On May 17th, trial was held in Department 98, Superior Court of the State of California, in and for the County of Los Angeles. In a moment, the results of that trial. Ralph Neville Otley was tried and convicted of murder in the first degree and received sentence as prescribed by law. The jury returned a recommendation of mercy, and the suspect was sentenced to life imprisonment at the state penitentiary, San Quentin, California. You have just heard Dragnet, a series of authentic cases from official files. Technical advice comes from the Office of Chief of Police W.H. Parker, Los Angeles Police Department.
All right. Hope everybody enjoyed that one. Roscoe, have fun at your train show coming up. That's exciting. I had to look up Reading Railroad. That's like an actual railroad line, right? And is that one of the 4 railroads in Monopoly? I don't remember what their names are. Is Reading Railroad one of those? Also, so I haven't played a full game of Monopoly in a very long time, but they have they sell like a classic version again with the regular like design, but then to speed it up, they've also sell these expansion packs that you put on the corners of the game board. So like if you have the original game board, you slide on a new like free parking square, and there's another one. What's on the opposite side of free parking, like the kitty corner? Or do you say kitty corner or catty corner? I say kitty corner, but I don't know if I'm saying that right. Anyway, there's some other things that like speed the game up. They look interesting, but I haven't played it. My favorite version of Monopoly is Monopoly Go. It is Monopoly Deal. It's like $7 at Walmart. If you don't have it already and you like playing tabletop games, it is well worth the $7. It's a fun game, and it keeps the same like property collection, build hotels or build houses, build hotels, like feel of Monopoly, but it goes way faster, and I find it more fun to play. That wasn't what I was going to say, but that was just the tangent that Roscoe took us down on the Reading Railroad. And people are confirming, yes, Reading Railroad is one. And then what are the other three? There's there's B&O Railroad. I remember that one. And then since Reading Railroad was an actual railroad, are all the other ones legitimate railroad companies? This is when I wish people could just turn on their mics and we could have a video chat, because the delay with me talking and getting it out on the stream and then you guys responding and me seeing it, it's just like a 30-second cycle. But while you guys are sharing that information, or if anybody knows, please share. The thing I was going to talk to you about was the book. So I think last year, ahead of 4th of July, I feel like I've told you about 1776 before, and it's been a book on my shelf, and I'm like, I got to read that. And then I think like since I'm busy, I start on the audiobook, and then the audiobook at 1x speed is so incredibly slow, and the chapters are so long. There's only 7 chapters in the whole book, and so each chapter is like 2 hours long. And I'm a person that doesn't like stopping mid-chapter, so I always try and just do like this marathon thing, and then it's hard to either find a 2-hour chunk of time to pay full attention, or you're multitasking and then you miss details and it's dense and it's hard to like scrub back on an audiobook. So this was a book that had lots of like many attempts at starting it, and I never finished it, which is weird because I read The Wright Brothers by the same author, and an autobiography of the Wright Brothers by David McCullough. Anywho, because it's the 250th semi-quincentennial, something like that. It doesn't really roll off the tongue like bicentennial. Semi-quincentennial, what is it? The 250th of something. Let's see this. Of something is the what? Sometimes I'm surprised my searches actually result in anything. Is the what? E.g., and I'll say bicentennial. Is it going to get it? Semi-quincentennial. I was right. I don't know where the quin is, but I do remember hearing this before. So now I'm reading it because it is the semi-quincentennial coming up on July 4th. So I wanted to read it, and I got past the first part that I always just like reread, and it is very interesting. And the thing that I wanted to share about it was like, when you think of George Washington or Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, all those people, or even like majors and generals in the Continental Army, you think of them because we see photos and it's like George Washington always has white hair. I don't know if that's because he's painted with a wig on, or if he was older when they did it, or maybe a combination of both. but you always think of them as like older men. Reading it, George Washington, when he's commanding as I'm learning now reading this book, when he's commanding the Continental Army, in like 1775, he's 42 years old. Thomas Jefferson was like 32 or 33. And I just turned 38. Like, man, these guys are kind of in the same age that I am right now, and the stuff that they're doing, just like the responsibilities that they had and how well they executed on those responsibilities is just amazing. So I'm finding it very interesting. And if you haven't read the book, maybe read it instead of the audiobook. I find it enjoyable. Caddy Corner. Thank you, Nell. Except if you just answered it, I'm trying to see this. It's like if you just answered it, that's like a mega latency, or you're behind or something. Anyway. But that's what I wanted to share. That's what I'm reading right now, and I wanted to share. And then in my travels this week, I was in D.C. Actually flew back last night. And so I was there, and I walked from the Kennedy Center out to the Lincoln Memorial, and then out to the Washington Monument, popped into the African American Museum, the Smithsonian, which was the first time in there. Well, anytime I walk into a Smithsonian, my tendency is to want to read like everything, like every bit of text, and you could spend forever in any one of those things. So it was like I just popped in for a little bit, saw just a fraction of what's in there. It was interesting. It was a good museum. I liked it. And then we moved on and walked to the Senate building. And we were doing all this walking. We had like 13,000 steps. I was in shorts and a polo, and I was still just like sweating. And then I had to go straight to an airport. So that's like probably the most uncomfortable airplane ride back to Seattle. Cause like 4.5 hours. And I don't normally sweat a ton. I mean, in the environment that I am here, it's like never really sweaty. So even though I dried out, it just felt like dirty and sticky. And then you're in a confined space. It's like, oh, I just want to shower. That's all I want to do. And then my plane was delayed 2 hours, which was no fun. And as we were in the plane, it was delayed 2 hours due to weather. So it was a long night. But we're back, and it gave me a little bit more time to listen to this story. We're in the part of history where the British Army is fortified in Boston, and it's approaching winter, and they're waiting for reinforcements to come from England. But we have all these American boats that are like intercepting supplies and trying to do it. But then George Washington's over here with the Continental Army, and they're trying to figure out how do they take the high ground around Boston to like force them out, or do they just go and like burn the whole city down? And also the challenge George Washington's facing right now is all the people that enlisted, their enlistments expire before the winter. So a bunch of these people are going to leave. They're just going to go back to their farms before winter. So Washington's trying to figure out, what am I going to do? Like, how do we get the redcoats out of here? Anyway, it's very interesting, and the way it's told is very interesting, and I'm learning a lot. So highly recommend. We're in a couple of the founding fathers in their 20s. Yeah, I was just learning about some of the generals in the Army because we didn't have like a deep bench of experienced generals. There was one general in the Army who's in his 20s, and his military experience is all like from books. Kind of crazy. Nathaniel Greene is him. And I'm sure there are others, but that's the one that's called out in the book. But yeah, it was cool. It was part of a work trip, and we just tagged on. We had some time that day, so that's why we did like a speed run of the National Mall, but it was great. Read What If in American History. I'll check it out. I like all that stuff. Anyway, that's the tangent. That's the post-episode tangent. If you're just here for the Dragnet, come back on Monday. We'll be here, 7 a.m. Pacific, listening to the next episode. episode 294. Until then, I'm wishing you all a great weekend with all your various plans. Nell, say hi to your mother for us. If she's anything like you, she's a wonderful lady. So we wish her all the best. Life with Roscoe, have fun at the train show. Vic, Chris, Film Noir Buff, 7B and AZ. Thank you all for being here. Oh, enjoy the World Cup, those that are watching. Go USA. Today at like 6 o'clock, or no. Yeah, I think 6 o'clock. I don't know when it is. Check your local programming. But until Monday, be safe, be good, be happy. Ciao.